Hello again, everybody. Welcome to Day 3, the final day of SEC Media Days here in Hoover, Alabama. We are sitting here in the room, and Robbie is sitting in the very seat where Nick Saban sat.
Oh, I feel so lucky. But it's so cold in here.
You can hang meat in here. It's how cold it is. But it's been a hot time here. We've had a great time. It's been everything I hoped it would be, Robbie. It's been very interesting. The coaches have been all loose. I think yesterday we saw Urban a little more comfortable coming to this thing. I think we see Mark Richt, the veteran at 7 years. I think it's been about what we hoped it would be.
Yeah, and you'd hope Urban would be comfortable after winning the national title.
He should be, yes.
He'll be comfortable until the season starts at least.
And, of course, we get some news on the final day of SEC Media Days. As we always do, the All-SEC teams are selected, as well as a predicted order finish.
In a vote of the media.
In the vote of the media.
The media is creating the news.
So. Last time we were right, 1995, so we're on a roll.
We're brilliant.
But we picked LSU to win it all and Florida to win the East. Are you surprised at all by either one of those picks, Rob?
No, LSU to me was a no-brainer. Everybody's talking about LSU, the talent they have. And then, Florida, I think a lot of people, I picked Florida, I know a lot of people did. I was a little bit surprised at the gap between Florida and number 2, Tennessee. Yeah. I thought, it's going to be such a wild scramble in the division. I thought it would be really close, maybe a couple of votes separating, but there were quite a few votes separating the two teams. So I think, Florida coming off the title run, I think a lot of people respect Urban Meyer and the job he's doing.
I agree with you. In fact, I think that is a testament to Urban Meyer. I think that's what people are saying. Hey, this guy knows what he's doing. And I think it's one reason they voted him so high. Troutwine makes first team, as does Derek Harvey.
Yeah.
I did not put Harvey on my ballot, and I explain it in my blog, so you're more than welcome to go over there and find out why I didn't. But, the one thing that, and again, I wrote something about this, and you can read it in the Gainesville Sun or on Gatorsports.com. Robbie, Georgia, you talk about Auburn under the radar. We talked to Mark Richt today. They're not even on the radar.
They're totally off the radar. Nobody on the All-SEC team. And
the only school that didn't have anybody
on.
And
I think that you look at the struggles they had last year with the freshman quarterback, Matthew Stafford. He's going to be better, and they're going to be better on offense. But I guess the big concern, and Rick addressed this, was the fact that their offensive line is so young that could create some problems early in the year. I think maybe that's one of the reasons some people have overlooked Georgia.
Well, Robbie, I'll be honest with you. I was thinking about it, and then when he started talking about his offensive line, I went, that doesn't sound so good.
No, it doesn't.
True freshman at left tackle right now, Richard freshman at right tackle, a center that's a guard that's a tackle.
Yeah, it's kind of a mishmash right now. But, the Sturdivant kid at left tackle, he was one of the highest recruited kids in the country. He had spring practice under his belt, so that's going to help. But, you're talking left tackle in the SEC, guys going against guys like Derek Harvey are so fast off the line. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, absolutely. We also heard from Les Miles today, and I won't even bore you with that because Les Miles morphed back as we wondered if he would.
Here, right?
Back into coach speak, and it was, he didn't really have a whole lot to say. Look, they're the best team in terms of talent. Will they win or not? I think the jury's out on Les Miles.
Yeah, it is. Now. I mean, the two games that really mattered last year, they lost both of them, didn't score a whole lot of points, which Jimbo Fisher was the coordinator then, too.
They got a good coordinator in Crowton. We'll see
they do. Different system. They try to get the ball to receivers in space, kind of like Florida does.
Absolutely.
So we'll see how that goes.
And then, of course, Ed Orgeron was in today, and I know you got some good, interesting stuff with him, Robbie.
Yeah. John Thompson, he brought out of retirement.
Yeah.
The former Florida coordinator who was pretty much run off at South Carolina.
Yeah, he was totally run off at South Carolina.
Orgeron ran the defense. I think he was overwhelmed by having to do that and be the head coach. And you got a guy in there that's going to help him run the defense. He said Thompson's going to call the shots, and there are going to be a lot of unorthodox things on third down, which we've seen a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't always work.
No, but it's kind of goofy and fun to look at once in a while.
Well, and of course, Orgeron giving up the play calling, as did Mark Richt, which I think Steve Spurrier, the only guy in the SEC who's still calling his own plays, and one of the few in the country. Jim Harbaugh's doing it out at Stanford, but not many are calling their own plays. Last but not least, the Mighty Vols, Rocky Top and Eric Ainge here today. I know, Robbie, you wrote about Eric Ainge. Pretty interesting stuff in terms of what he's gone through during his career.
Yeah, and like Philip Fulmer said today, he has run the gauntlet. He's been good when he wasn't supposed to be good, bad when he's supposed to be good. He's so tough mentally now that they think they like the way he's going to play in big games because of that toughness he's gotten from 3 years being a starter in a tough league and going through a lot of adversity.
Bottom line is, we're about to leave Hoover, Alabama, and head south. We're going to Dothan, staying there the night, and then on back home to Gainesville. We miss all you guys. We'll be back soon. But I walk away from this thinking this league's even tougher than I thought.
Yeah, I do too.
I mean, you got 8 teams that receive votes to win the whole league, not just divisions, but to win the whole league. That's absolutely amazing to me.
It's tough to make a living in this league if you're a coach, I'll tell you that. It's a tough way to go.
And it can drive you crazy.
Yeah.
What hasn't driven us crazy is being here. We've had a great time. We've enjoyed it. It's been a good time. It's been good just to see so many people, Robbie, and see the coaches, see the players, but see the writers too.
Yeah, it is. And, it just signals that football's here again.
Absolutely. It's here. Look out. It's coming. Next week, practice starts. Until the next webcast, this is Pat Dooley, Robbie Andreu of the Gainesville Sun. We'll see you later.